The top of the fender is all sanded here 3 times. I sand all portions of the car, all the exposed body parts with 3 different grits of sandpaper. I start out first with 1000, and that takes all of the orange peel off of the car. And then you have to sand it again with 1500 grit to remove the 1000 grit scratches that you put into it. And then you do the same thing with the 2000 grit to get rid of the 1500 grit scratches. And then it gets machine polished 2 times initially. The first time with the 3M #1 rubbing compound and the white pad. And then after that you buff it again with the #2 3M compound, which is a swirl mark remover. And it gets rid of any small scratches that the rubbing compound leaves in there. And you do that with the black pad. I'll buff it again later when the car is all assembled with a #3 polishing compound and a blue pad, which is very soft, and that brings out a real high shine in the car. My next step now is to wash this off, obviously, and dry it, and then do the buffing, the 2 different buffings on it. And when I'm done with the top of the fender, then I'll reposition it and I'll start on the sides of it. You always want to buff so the buffing pad is coming off the edge of the panel, like so, rather than coming onto it, because if you catch an edge with the rubbing compound especially, you can easily go through the paint and then you end up patching it. You can see how it shines now after just the first buffing with the rubbing compound, and now I'm going to go after it with the #2 polishing compound and shine her up some more. This is the #2 compound with the black pad, the swirl mark remover. I think you can kind of see how it's starting to really shine now. If you could see it in person, you'd really notice the difference. I'm going to show you that it doesn't all turn out perfect all the time. I did have a clear run right on the front corner of the fender here, and when I sanded that off, I went through the paint down to the primer, and I don't know if I can bring it up here or not. Yeah, you can see that little spot right there. After I'm done with the fender, then I'll have to sand this area lightly again and respray it. Well, I just sprayed the color on it a couple of minutes ago, and now I'm going to first spray with a blending agent. And what that does is help the clear blend, the new clear blend into the old. I'm just going to do this whole edge a little bit with more clear. Since I have to sand it again, I don't want to risk going through again. Well, here's what it looks like all done.